Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
They don't know how to count me out, but they don't know how to count. Oh well.
Wendy is out here living her best life. She's not going back and forth with you ninjas. That includes Kelvin, Deadmar Mercury, or any of her naysayers for that reason. Wendy has 99 problems, and it seems like one of them is sis is ready to hunch.
I want to I'm gorgeous. Can I
Child, when I heard that, I damn near fell out my seat. I'm sure in all of our single days, we've all ran into a rough patch, and it seems like Wendy has hit hers. She does look good though. The glam squad has gotten her all the way together. She's talking about her podcast still, but now she's wanting to add being a restaurant owner to her repertoire of accomplishments. Child, this might be something to rival Kelvin's restaurants. Who knows? And we're also going to talk about Deadmar Mercury and how they want Nick Cannon to endorse Sherri Shepherd's show. And he said, no, I'm not doing that. You take my show, you give me the boot. Now you want to give Wendy the boot and you want me to be your little sideshow pony? Not happening. Child, we're going to unpack that and so much more. But before we do, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any of this tea. Now let's get back into it. So Wendy recently sat down with the New York Post and she had a lot to say. She said that she was unhappy with the last episode of the Wendy Williams show and states that she was not asked to appear. She talked about ending things with Deadmar Mercury, having so much money that she can do whatever she wants or nothing at all, and that she wants to hunch. Take a listen to this.
Your way, how would you have done it? Would you have come in the studio and made an announcement, or would you have done a video, anything to kind of say a television farewell to your fans?
They didn't ask me to do that, so I didn't.
I want to thank you so much for supporting our messy little show. And thank you for accepting us in the spirit in which this show has been done since we first started. We just do what we do, and that's what we do.
You look like you're doing well. Your surroundings are lovely. I see the iconic chair. I'm so glad you have that with you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what? The Wendy Williams show is over. Deadmar Mercury and I have decided it's over. I'm done. I could do anything I want to do or nothing at all. What I want to do is podcast, and I want to have a restaurant.
So, podcasting is so different from radio and TV, and those are spaces where you've interacted directly and iconically with a lot of your listeners, viewers, even guests. So why podcasting? I mean, what about the podcast is going to be so different from the Wendy show or similar to it?
I can't wait to meet up with people like Donald Trump. If you're extremely famous like I am, it'll make more money than being on the Wendy Williams show.
Do you have any thoughts on how the Wendy Williams show ended? There was a lot of people saying that they kind of did you wrong. They didn't necessarily give you the tribute or the proper goodbye you were owed.
In my opinion, they should have done it with the Wendy Williams show, not these other people on the Wendy Williams show, except for Fat Joe, who I love him. He's my favorite. I sat in my apartment and I watched it, and I'm like, if I don't do anything else, including podcast, including restaurant, I would love to fall in love. I want to a lot of girls at 57 don't care about excuse me, I'm gorgeous. Can I maybe I'll go back on TV. I don't know. I've got so much money, I can do anything I want or nothing at all.
Now, I agree with Wendy. If you're going to end the show, you definitely need to end it with her. The fact that they did not ask her to come back, that's a little shady, but I also get that they were probably a little nervous with bringing her back because I know there's tension there. They gave Sherri her spot, her studio, her staff. That's a bit much. Ask me to come back to a job that has fired me and I'm acting up. But that's just me. Wendy seems more poised, more put together, and the makeup and hair was definitely better than the TMZ interview. However, I'm still wanting Wendy to take her time before jumping into a new venture. She has a new team. She has to learn to trust that team. That team has to learn to know what they're doing. I'm just hoping that everyone has Wendy's best interests at heart. It has not always been that way. When you have money, there's always going to be vultures out there. So I'm just hoping that everyone is in it for Wendy to win and not to see what they can get out of it. Now, speaking of seeing what you could get out of something, Debmar Mercury got rid of Nick Cannon's show a couple of months ago, and then they decided to contact him back for a favor, asking him to be in support of the launch of the Sherri Shepherd show. Nick was like, no, my allegiance is to Wendy. Now, if you don't recall, let me refresh your memory. Wendy went out on leave, I think late 2018, early 2019, and she and Kelvin both decided to have Nick step in. They talked to Debmar Mercury. They was like, look, Nick would be a good fit until Wendy gets back. Now, Nick did so well that Debmar Mercury decided to give Nick his own show, and they did. When Nick got his own show, it didn't really take off the way they wanted it to, so they decided to let it go. However, had it not been for Wendy and Kelvin giving him that extra push, talking to Debmar Mercury, he would not have gotten his show. So he's very grateful for that opportunity and grateful for Wendy giving it to him. So he does not want to step on her toes, and I understand that. Now, not only does Nick have an allegiance to Wendy, there was a source that told Page 6 that Nick Cannon did not like how Debmar Mercury handled him. He didn't like how the show was abruptly canceled, and he said they hustled everyone out there and took their computers and shit. The source goes on to say that Debmar Mercury was wanting Wendy Williams' numbers to propel Nick Cannon's numbers, and unfortunately, they just didn't do so. They also had a bet going on with Fox that once Fox canceled The Real, Wendy Williams' show would get The Real's viewers, and that just didn't happen. The viewership did not go up, and more than likely, I'm thinking that's because Wendy Williams was not there. All I gotta say is this: I feel like the Wendy Williams show was a big hit. That was one of the biggest things that Debmar Mercury ever had happen to them. And they keep trying to put recipes up to get another Wendy show, and you're just not going to get that. Not only do you not have Wendy, but you don't have the people that were behind Wendy that really made that show authentic and made it what it was. I feel like Sherri has some very big shoes to fill. Not even trying to be funny, but Sherri has some big shoes to fill, and I just don't know if they're going to get what they want out of this situation. They put a lot of money, time, and effort into making Sherri's show a success, so I guess we just have to wait to September to see what happens, but I'm just not getting that. I'm not feeling like it's gonna give what they wanted to give. That's just me. Debmar Mercury has tried time and time again to make another talk show successful, and unfortunately, it has not met the mark. And unfortunately, I really don't feel like talk shows is where it's at anyway. A lot of times, y'all come to YouTube to find out y'all's news. Ain't nobody really checking for talk shows anymore. Be honest, which ones y'all watch? I'll wait. Anyway, what I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about everything going on with Wendy Williams? Wendy's saying that she needs to hunch, honey. Stella wants to get her groove back. And also, what do you think about Nick Cannon and him showing his allegiance to Wendy Williams? Leave a comment, and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my new episodes.